Hi guys, so today I've got an order for truffle cake which is of 2 kgs. So I'm going to show you the process of it. I'm going to show the designing part and also the process of how I'm making the batter from the scratch. So as of now, I've just sifted all the dry ingredients and I have to make sure that I'm sifting them for 2 to 3 times just to aerate the ingredients. And as you guys already know from my Instagram page that we are an eggless cakery shop. So this sponge is gonna be made without eggs, and I just love truffle cake from our menu because it is the best seller, and every now and then I usually get this flavor ordered very often. And yeah, I'm using the unsalted butter. So guys, please let me know if you guys want any recipes like that, because I was thinking to make a recipe of tres leches, which is also known as the milk cake. So now I'm gonna take the fats and the sugar and I'm gonna whip them up, make them like light and airy, so that we incorporate a lot of air in the cake batter. And this process is going to take about 2 to 3 minutes until we whip them and it comes to a light pale yellow color. So yeah, I am actually taking oil and butter here, just so that usually when you eat a lot of butter based goods, it's gonna be a little hard, because usually in the room temperature, when it's cold, the weather is cold, the butter tends to become harder. So yeah, I'm using both of the combination. Now we are hopping onto that process. So please let me know guys if you have visited our page on Instagram. In case if you did, or in case if you tried our treats already, please comment down what's your favorite treat in our menu, and I'd be happy to see your comments. And also please share our channel with your friends and family. Whoever loves to see the process of baking, and whoever just in general loves baking, please share it with them. And I'm gonna share a lot of tips and tricks also when we are designing the cakes, and also certain fillings, and as well as few recipes coming up. So please share the channel and subscribe. So guys, if you have any ideas for our channel or any video suggestions that you would like to give us about the topics that we should be doing in and around the baking, please comment down below so that we'd know that. So here I'm using condensed milk in place of eggs. I personally love adding condensed milk into my chocolate sponge. It gives this rich flavor and mouthful feel to the eggless cake. I usually add a lot of milk products to my eggless bake. Particularly this chocolate sponge has a lot of elements in it, coming to the coffee syrup that I'll be using later in this video, and the condensed milk, and also the instant buttermilk that we're gonna make. Everything is gonna add to the texture and also the flavor of the cake. And I personally love the elements that I'm gonna add in this cake, because it just makes the sponge itself so yummy. And on top of it, when the ganache just is sandwiched between the sponges, it is literally delicious. So usually I use little less sugar in my sponges, just because I'm gonna ice the cake, and it is gonna become even more sweeter. So I'd like the sweetness to be just to the point where you feel there's enough sweetness in the dessert. So that's my take on the cakes and any dessert that I make. But because I'm making it for a client, so I'd like to add a little more sugar, where I'm just using 2 to 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, just to enhance the sweet flavor, sweet profile in the cake. And now we're gonna take this whole mixture and whip it nice and well so that the things are all incorporated. I just love vanilla in any and everything because the flavor itself is so yum. It'll just make any baked good, just it'll take to another level. So usually in the pastry school or in the pastry industry itself, vanilla is something that just goes without saying. You must add vanilla flavor in any or every good. There's no a particular recipe that will call out for vanilla specifically. In every baked good, vanilla is almost used. And here we are finally taking all our ingredients, which is the wet and the dry, and also the milk mixture that we made, which we instantly made as buttermilk by using few drops of lemon. We're just mixing everything with the beater just so that it is properly evenly mixed. And right now I'm gonna grease my pan and pour the batter. So before that, as you can see, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of coffee just to enhance the chocolate flavor of the cake. And I'm telling you guys, when you do a chocolate cake, you must not forget the coffee. It will just take your chocolate cake to another level, just like vanilla does. Yeah, this batter is a little runny, but don't worry, the cake will come out perfectly fine. Do you guys know what this is called? If you guys already know, just comment down below. So here I'm doing ganache. So for that I'm using Van Houten chocolate and Amul cream. So I'm making sure that the chocolate is cut into cubes so that I can melt it quickly in the microwave. And also when it comes to the Amul cream, just make sure the triangular shaped carton box, the triangular shaped extra that's kind of folded inside to the carton box, just pull that out and make sure that you're pressing the cream properly and evenly so that whenever the fat and the water get separated, it is again emulsified. And then when you pour it in your melted chocolate, that way you would get the fat equally distributed in the cream, and you wouldn't have your ganache broken that way. So here I've melted my chocolate perfectly without any lumps, like a smooth consistency. And yeah, I'm emulsifying the cream and the chocolate. It requires a lot of arm work because I do not have a blender. Just with the hand beater, I'm just making sure that I'm whisking it well. As of now, you can see I just gave a couple of microwave shots for about 10 seconds to 20 seconds, and now my ganache is smooth and silky. I'm making sure that I'm taking the ganache into a big bowl and making sure that it is contact wrapped properly. And I will chill it for 1 to 2 hours in the fridge, just so that it'll thicken up. It'll become into a peanut butter kind of consistency for us to easily and equally also spread between the layers of the cake. Also, I forgot to mention that you need to add a pinch of salt in your ganache so that it'll cut through the sweetness of the ganache. And also, for it to have this nice shine, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of butter. That's a tip that I carried on. And as of now, I've removed my sponges from the fridge. They are cooled sponges. And whenever you're trying to frost your cake, just remember, guys, it's a tip. You must cool your sponges for about 2 to 3 hours, without which on a hot sponge you cannot frost your cake properly. I've been there, I've done that. I know the pathetic condition that you would have to go through with your cream, and it's very overwhelming. So I would definitely say to cool down your sponge for about 2 to 3 hours in the room temperature. Otherwise, if you can pop it in the fridge for the overnight, then that's a good idea too. So my sponges were resting in the fridge for overnight. I've made them yesterday because the order is for today. And I'm soaking my sponges with sugar syrup, simple sugar syrup, and making sure that each layer of the sponge has equal distribution of the ganache. So I'm taking about two heaping amounts of ganache on the spatula and making sure I'm filling the piping bag and making sure I'm going rectangularly around the sponge so that each layer has equal distribution of the ganache. So right now I'm also wrapping my cake so that I can chill it for another half an hour so that the ganache that I've applied as a crumb coat will get stiffened up and it'll stick to the cake, and after which we can do our final finishing of the ganache. And by then I realized that I've already finished my ganache that I already made, my first batch. I didn't think that will get finished, but then again I had to make a second batch of ganache, which I didn't show in this video, but then I made a second batch with small quantity of chocolate and cream, which sufficed for the whole cake for the final finish. And here I am giving my final finish to the cake. And yeah, so I can't really give you guys a certain amount of time that'll take you guys to get the smooth finish. Smooth finish is something that will take more time than, so it's a very individual approach, I'd like to say, because my ganache, as of now, the second batch is kind of runny. So even after giving my final touches to the cake wherever there were gaps and all, I had to again chill it for another 30 minutes. So my cake was resting after the crumb coat for about 30 minutes, and after which I've given the crumb coat, and also the second crumb coat, the second final coat. It took me for about 1.5 hours for my cake to chill down and have a proper clean finish of the ganache. And as of now I'm just decorating the cake the way that the client has told me to do. So the client had sent me a specific picture. So they sent me this picture where they wanted a specific design on the cake. So I was just going for it. They wanted something oval kind of a shape on the top where I'd stick the happy birthday card, and then around they just wanted the sprinkles, and also the borders and all were also a reference picture guide. And yeah, this is the final finish of the cake, and I really like it. I've never tried this design or this kind of approach with the sprinkles. So that is it for this vlog. I hope that you liked to see the process of it, and please order from us. Bye.